Hey guys, what up? It's Goose TV here again today, and today I'm back with another Madden mobile video on my channel. Now today's video, guys, I'm bringing back a popular video from last year, the best ways to snipe. I did this video last year for Madden Mobile 20, and it did really well, so I thought I'd bring it back. Trying to help you guys make as many coins as possible. Sniping is one of the best ways to make coins in this game if you're good. I know there's a lot of other YouTubers. There's MMT and a couple other people that are really good at sniping, so I definitely recommend you guys go check them out as well. I will show you guys a couple ways, kind of show up how to set up sniping filters and things like that. Just kind of showing you guys how the sniping coin making method works in this video. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on my post notifications so you never miss any of my videos. 65% of you guys aren't subscribed, so please hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Let's try to get this video to 250 likes. So sniping is one of the very best ways to make coins in this game. Before even the power play promo came out, this was like one of the only ways. Right now, obviously you could just play through power play events and sell things you get from it, so it's really not that hard, but sniping is always going to be an option for you no matter the promo, no matter what's going on in the game. Sniping is always going to be available to you. So there's obviously a bunch of different ways you can snipe. I'm going to be talking about bid sniping, I'm going to be talking about like regular refresh sniping, and I'm going to be talking about scroll sniping. So we're going to kind of check that out. But first of all, let's talk about regular sniping and how you can make filters. But the basic kind of details of sniping. So sniping is basically buying a card for lower and reselling for higher, but really you're looking for snipes that go for a lot more than they usually do, like somebody misprices it, or someone's just posting something for a lot lower than it usually will go for, and you get it as soon as it becomes on the auction house. So how do these cards come in the auction house? When do they come on the auction house? Now, last year was the only year it wasn't like this. Last year they could come up at any point. This year, though, they come up at the 3-hour and 55-minute mark. Well, they came up the same way last year, but basically they refresh every 5 minutes. So it's different for each auction house because there's a bunch of different auction houses, but every 5 minutes, the round quote-unquote drops. So most people are going to post their auctions up for 4 hours. So when the round drops, you're going to see anything that got posted on the auction house within the last 5 minutes. So, for example, right now, I'm recording this at 11:41. So if the round drops like right now, I know 5 minutes later, or roughly 5 minutes later, because it's not going to be exact 41, you know, then 6-1, 6-1. It does change a few seconds here and there. It's all over the place. I don't know the exact like algorithms or whatever what it does, but I know that it is in general about 5 minutes. I would be ready a minute earlier to snipe these cards, but for example, every 5 minutes a new round drops, so you know when new cards are going to come out. So let's kind of show you guys some filters, or how to kind of set up sniping filters. So for example, let's do 75 overalls. So this is how you can quote unquote create a sniping filter. A sniping filter is literally just when you filter things down to when you search things on the auction house, the only things that will show up are potential snipes. So let's go start with 75. So you will see that we obviously want to limit a price range. So let's say 50K. Now let's do 40K for 75s. 40K. You will see, okay, right now there's a ton of different cards in the auction house. Now, the only issue, 75s, this Pouncey, Fitzgerald, and Clinton Dix, they were all free cards. So really what you want to do is any position that you're seeing here, you just want to take out. So you're going to mark every position and then take out quarterback, center, wide receiver, and safety, and then go back. Now we're seeing kickers, DNs, and offensive tackles. Take out kicker, DN, offensive tackle, till we're getting there. Punter, halfback, offensive guard. So offensive guard, punter, and halfback. So obviously we don't have a lot of positions left, but as you can see here, this might be a bit of a snipe. We're gonna buy that because I definitely can make some profit off that. Cornerbacks, maybe you can take out cornerbacks if you want, and then all of these positions here have cards that are going for more than this 40K. So I bought this card for 35K. So let's see really what he goes for. He's going for about 40K. So maybe it wasn't the greatest snipe. Maybe it's more than that. Maybe about 50K. So maybe it wasn't the greatest snipe, but it's still a fantastic snipe. It's still making a few coins, and then I can resell that for whatever I want to sell for. So there you go. That's one snipe right there. You can kind of do the same thing with like what, 82s. Let's for example do 82s for I don't even know what, 300K, and then we can kind of filter some things out. So first of all, we see we're gonna not not want quarterback, we're not going to need kicker returner or punt returner, and that's going to be, there's literally nothing up other than those. Let's go to like 400k and see if we can't make anything else work. There's obviously going to be a couple other cards here. McCaffrey just went up, and Aaron Donald, whatever. So you're really looking for snipes. So this is really where scroll sniping comes in, where maybe there's some cards that in a general range go for less than like a specific card. So if I scroll all the way here and I say, ooh, I see a McCaffrey, and I can buy that and get a snipe, even though it's not filtered down to only having snipes on the screen, if that makes any sense. So scroll sniping is pretty much going through a bunch of things. Now later in the year, scroll sniping is going to be one of the best ways for sniping. It doesn't work at the moment because there's actually like not a lot of stuff to be on the auction house, but once you start getting a bunch of diamonds and things, really one of the best things to do, because different overalls are going to have a lot different prices. Right now everything's just a ton of coins. When we get closer to like what, November, December, what you can do is literally go with like 90 plus, leave all the positions, maybe take out like 1 or 2 promos, go to like 400k or 1,000,000 coins, whatever, how many coins, and you just scroll until you get that 3-hour 55-minute mark and try to find scroll snipes. Who knows how good this video is going to do, so maybe this, this won't even be getting views in December, but if it is, that is going to be an option for you. But let's just go scroll through and see what some of these cards are going for. This is like scroll sniping. This is what exactly you're going to see like later in the year once we get a bunch of diamonds. A bunch of cards go for a bunch of different price ranges. So you scroll down to this 3-hour and 50-minute mark and try to find anything that just came up and see like, hey, this might be a snipe. LaShawn McCoy for 820k. That's not a snipe. I know it's not. Cam Newton, Tom Brady. So it looks like there's nothing crazy right now. But this is, for an example, you just keep on scrolling back and see if you can't find anything that pops up. But you get the point, kind of scroll sniping and going through all the cards, seeing if anything does have a bid. Now, one of the other ways to be able to bid on cards, or to snipe cards, is bidding. I just gave that away, whatever. But bidding on cards is actually somewhat fun and somewhat infuriating at the same time. For example, let's see what 71s are going for. As you can see, some of these are getting bought up at like 9k. Let's go to like 10k and see where we're at. Pretty much 10k are these can sell for, but maybe even more depending on the card. So maybe what you want to do is bid snipe. So let's go to like 6k, and as you can see here, there's going to be a ton of different cards to be able to grab here. So really what you want to do is you want to go through and put bids on all of these cards, and then you got to try to fight for these. Now actually there's not a ton up right now. Maybe I want to bump this up to like 8k, even though it may not be as much profit. There's not going to be as many, but basically you can go through and bid on a bunch of these, and maybe people bid back, maybe they won't. But if you can win a bid, like a lot of times you can win bids for like what, you can win bids for very, very cheap, and then you can resell them for even more. I'm not going to go through and do that, but you kind of get the point. You can go through, bid on a ton of these, wait for people to bid back. I know it's very frustrating, and a lot of times it can get really, really annoying when people are stealing all your bids and everything, but it's something you got to work around. If your filter's clogged up, then go on another one. We actually might be able to win this without any people bidding on that, which is actually kind of weird and kind of crazy. Are we just going to win that bid just easily? I'm surprised that we just won that so easily. 4,100, that goes for at least 10k. So there you go, it shows that works. Another, like, you can snipe different program cards. The way to filter out program players is literally just going 30 power, because they all have 30 or 40 power. I got outbid on one of these, so you just go through and you keep bidding until you win them. Pretty simple. Bid sniping is actually really good if you know how to do it. You can do it with the elites too, but it's going to be a lot harder to win the bids, which is obviously makes things frustrating. So for example, let's go 75 pluses. This is another type, like just sniping program players, whatever. Let's go to like 70k. 75 plus program players, okay, maybe not. 65 maybe k. You will see that these are kind of sitting here for 65k. So if we go down to 60k now, you will see that this is technically sniped. See, one just went up for 23k. Now these are hard to get, the ones that are under 60k. So we can even go like under 59k. So I'm actually going to sit here on the video and try to get a live snipe of these cards, and we will see if we can get anything real quick. So filtering out certain prices to be able to get cards for cheaper. Let's see if we can't get a live snipe that's going to get us some really good coins. Oh, wow. We got a huge round here. 28K. Can I get this one? Oh, I missed it. That was a massive round. How many just went up? 44K. Can I get this one? I did. I've not seen that many up in a while. You see how many? Of course, I got the ones that aren't worth much. I'd never get a big round like that. So now that actually dropped at the 1 minute mark. So I know in 5 more minutes, I can go back and do this again. These cards go for at least 60K. Some of them more. Maybe that punter goes for a little bit more. Let's see what his prices are when they go up. Yeah, he might not go for that 80K, but I did get that for 44K. So that shows you exactly how that works. That's just a prime example of sniping. So that is an example of how to snipe program cards, and that is how you can snipe cards in Madden Mobile 20. It's fun. It can be really fun, especially if you can get some really good snipes, and I think it works a lot more throughout the year. Right now, you're really only sniping golds and maybe not getting the greatest profit margins, but once we get into the promos, we're getting a bunch of like promo elites and things like that. That's when sniping gets really fun. That's when you can make some really good profit. So if you want to check out any more sniping stuff, I'm actually going to direct you over to MMT's channel. MMT always makes so many coins and always has a ton of fun sniping filters, and he's just a god at sniping. He has so many coins literally just from sniping. So I'm going to leave a link in the description to his channel if you want to go check that out. It looks like he hasn't been posting in the last few days, but he does make some really good, he's posted tons of coin making filters and shopping sprees, and he even does some snipeaways every once in a while. So I'll direct you over to his channel. Today's post notification shout out goes out to Kaylin Griffin. Be the first person to comment on a video for the next video's post notification shout out. But anyways, guys, that is just about it for this video. I hope you guys did enjoy it. If you did, make sure to like it and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I'm Goose TV, and I'm out. I will see you guys later.